If you are a personal trainer, a yoga instructor, a spin coach, or really anyone that has any sort of physical training background, and you're looking to get online and start making money, then you are in for a major treat, my friend. In this video, we are taking a look at BTribalFit, an online fitness membership and community, to really get the behind the scenes of what it looks like to get started in this industry. We'll be nerding out on how to pivot away from in-person services, how to get set up in terms of the tech side of a membership platform, as well as how to actually market that membership in terms of different social media platforms and all that jazz. So definitely be sure to check out this video all the way until the end because there's a lot of great info within it. This video is sponsored by Uscreen, an amazing membership platform website that you are definitely going to want to check out. But we'll get to the details later in this video. I'm Amanda Horvath, and on this channel, I help eliminate the obstacles to getting you sitting where I'm sitting right now in front of the camera, sharing your message with the world. So if you're ready to get started in video, then be sure to subscribe and check out all the helpful resources in the description below. We're going to be approaching this video in a very conversational way so that you guys can really get those nuances of what it looks like to really start a membership business. So let's, without further ado, introduce you to Finley and Brooke, the masterminds behind BTribalFit. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey, great to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so excited for you guys to be here with me today. And I would love to just kick things off by kind of diving into your story of how you went from how you got to where you are today in general with having this online membership.
I'll start.
You'll start.
I beat you to it.
You got me this
I knew
time.
I'd have
You
to
did.
beat you to it.
You did, yes.
I'm just going to give her a little bit of background.
Great.
Okay. So BTribalFit is actually my third business. I love to create anything and everything. She was
creating before it was cool to be a creator.
I think I've just been creating since child. It was my one outlet to feel life, I guess. So I was a painter. I painted little watercolor things for homes. And then I became a photographer for 15 years, and that was fun. Then we pivot into, I started getting some certifications with fitness. And I realized as a photographer, as fun as that is, I could not sit and edit photos my life away. I have too much energy. And so I started to get certified in classes and teaching at a gym. And that just kind of snowballed and led to the next.
Yeah, the photography didn't fit our lifestyle anymore. Our kids got older and we realized we just put it on the shelf. We said, we're done. And we didn't know what was next, but decided, hey, we'll see what happens. And she'd been teaching locally at a gym and her classes were packed and full all the time. And you get paid peanuts when you work for someone else. And we said, hey, let's explore what it would look like to either start a channel or start our own membership. What would that look like? And I said, you're talented enough that I think we can do this. So that's what we did.
Right. So teaching at the gym, like Finley said, it's limiting. And I had come to the conclusion that there were way more people in the world that wanted an opportunity to become strong and be able to use their bodies than just this tiny little spot on the map at this gym. So I took a full year and traveled around Northwest Arkansas. I went to clubhouses and neighborhoods and garages and just neighborhood gyms, and I created group fitness within those different parts of our community. And I started to get really tired as I was waking up early and meeting women who could only work out after, all that they'd had dinner. It was a lot. And, then I started to realize I actually love making up my own workouts. And that's when Finley said, why don't you start to record these? Let's make these up and see if we can sell this. And I was like, what?
I love that. I love that. And if you're watching this video and that resonates, like this is you and you're just like, oh my gosh, finally Amanda's talking about this or whatever, go ahead and give this video a like, drop your comments below, letting us know your story, where you're currently at, where you're wanting to go, and we can kind of make this a conversation and dig into it. So yeah, I think that that's a big thing to really talk about is this, there's always a moment. I call it, it's like the call to adventure in the hero's journey. It's like,
Totally.
I'm made for something greater. It's like, I want to get online. I have this vision. And yet it can feel so daunting to get started in that vision. Oh my gosh, like if someone was to go to your website today and look at all of the videos that you have up, all of the content that's already on the membership, it can feel like, whoa, how do I even get started in that process? So what did that look like?
Yeah. So speaking into that, although we have hundreds of online workouts on our website and app, I can promise you there is a mixture of I'm so excited to film this and I am terrified all at the same time. That just goes with it. I think that's when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're excited and terrified at the same time. So that was, I can tell you from the start of my life, I had a fitness dad. I was a drama major. I became a photographer, and I got certified in group fitness, and I could see, as someone has once said, talent stacking, which I did not even realize was happening in my life. But from the start, from where I am now, this has felt like the calling that I need to pursue. And it's easy and passionate. And I would do it for free. He would not do it for free. This is not what we do.
If you got talents and you're stacking them together, surely someone will pay you for it, right?
That's true.
Yeah. We didn't set out to do this. We didn't stumble into it, but we saw it kind of as a culmination of an outlet for her. She had some kind of dreams of being on camera, like, whether that was in film or TV. And we ended up kind of creating a world around her creations, which has been a lot of fun. And when we started, we knew painfully little. We had terrible camera, horrible audio, barely knew how to edit anything, didn't know anything about platforms. And yet we have to start in order to be able to learn what we have to learn in order to figure out what it is that we don't know yet.
We knew how to use a camera, but then the video side of life is completely different. The lighting side of video is completely different.
Totally. Photography and video, completely two different games. Yes.
Yes.
It crosses over a little, but a whole new, still learning.
So how long ago did you guys get started, to give everyone some context?
We started, it was October. I think it was exactly 5 years ago. So 5 years ago was when
I was traveling.
When we first started. Yeah, she started traveling. And then we've been online for 4 years. And we were with, 4 years ago, technology changes. And, where we first we wrestled between, do we go to YouTube first and create a fitness platform there, not knowing how long it will take to kind of monetize, and because we wanted to create a business. We knew that there was a business opportunity. So we wrestled between starting on YouTube versus starting on a different platform. We started on the different platform first so we could monetize kind of early and grow and learn and have.
And that was Instagram or which?
No, we actually started on a company it was on Vimeo. So,
oh, gotcha. Okay.
We were with them for about 3 years. And then this past year, we switched to Uscreen, so uscreen.tv. And that was such a game changer for us to be able to own different parts of our business. The way that their company is set up has been very advantageous for us to provide customer service and have a better website that was more personal to us. And switching to Uscreen it's given us relationships. A lot of good things have come out of that.
Well, when we first started with Vimeo, that was the host of our workouts. And then I was like, I need a place for community. Let's use GroupMe. Was that what we used, GroupMe?
We used GroupMe for a while.
We used GroupMe. And then we decided, we need an app. And so then we used an entire different app service. So we had website here, community here, app here. And then we started using, anyways, long story short, when Uscreen rolled around, they had everything all in one. It was the one-stop shop where you could have your website, your app, your community, all there. My subscribers, my community didn't have to go to 3 different places to get what they needed. They got every single thing in one spot. And I will say that has been a dream.
Yeah.
As a creator and as a communicator and activator and someone who gathers women,
it's enabled us.
It's helped.
It's enabled us
a lot.
to be better at running our business, but also simplify the things that we were having to manage so that we could do other stuff. So
and
that
it was
we
a
could
need.
do other things for marketing, other things for relationships, stuff like that.
Hold up, before we move on to the rest of this video where we dive into some epic details on how to actually film your membership content, like what gear to use and all that jazz, I want to double tap on the sponsor of this video, which is Uscreen. This site is seriously awesome for anyone looking to create predictable revenue streams in their business using their video content, which you know I'm all about. What I love about this service is that they're not only going to host all of your videos there, you don't have to deal with putting them on YouTube and then putting them on your website or any of that. You just design around already created website templates that make your job very easy to do. So you basically just have to focus on creating the content, which is a huge hurdle that is taken off your plate when you go with Uscreen. Now, in addition to making it super easy to create membership sites, they also have various different payment options where your members could either buy one course that you're offering or the entire library of membership content that you are creating, which makes it really easy to kind of float between the world of having an online course as well as a membership business. But what would a membership be without the community? They also have those elements weaved in, whether you want to have people within your community actually posting and engaging with other people, whether you want to actually go live in there and talk to one another like that. That could even be a new offering that you have within your business. This is truly the hub for creating a membership site. So if you're into that, definitely be sure to check out the link in the description below to get you up and running. I don't know what that was, but we're going with it. Now comes the video part, right? So now comes the part of actually needing to film everything to get it up there, which can feel overwhelming. I would love to hear kind of your current approach to filming videos. Like, what have you figured out that works, that doesn't work, that is a slow process? What does the team look like and all that jazz?
What that process looks like is, honestly, I am still kind of a one-man production team. I do have Finley, but he doesn't come along with me to all of the locations that I film. I love to film outside. We do have a small studio space that we have created within our home that is lovely and fine, super plain, and I just like to go outside. So that is always one of my first dilemmas, I would say, is finding a good location with the sun, with the people, with the weather, and all the noise. And so that is step one. Step two, I always have a special guest with me to film these workouts because we want to be real. We want to be real women. We want to show low impact, high impact. And so then I have to find a special guest or 2 or 3, and they join and we coordinate outfits. And probably my very favorite part of this entire creation process of creating workouts is actually getting to piece it together. On our website, we have a dozen different workout formats, from bar to boxing to all of the HIIT and the interval training. And we even have a little section for kids and Pilates. And so I have found a true love in creating a lot of different formats so that women won't get bored. They always have options.
Your favorite part is
that is my favorite
blocking, this is what, these are the moves. This is the structure. This is the music. Like, you love that part. And then you love the actual workout.
I do, actually. I love the work. I love choreography. There's 2 different ways that I create a workout. One is kind of set to a timer. So I just have everything listed. I will write it out, and then I actually write it on a whiteboard so that when I'm filming, I can see it, because I will definitely not remember. Those are kind of the stages of it, of the finding the location, creating the workout, and then you've got setting everything up. And I typically have 2 cameras rolling and an audio device that records the backup of all the audio, and 2 microphones happening, and lots of techie things that occur to make it all possible, which what you were saying, you will see these workouts and they quite possibly look super great, but there's like blood, sweat, and tears that happen with every single one of them.
I'd love to talk about the tech real quick of that. So you have 2 cameras set up, probably a wide, maybe a close-up of you, or what's the second angle?
Well, yes. So we definitely have like a wide angle lens on the one that's directly in front of us. I call it my B-roll camera, kind of set off on the side. And I typically turn that vertical so that I can post that to Instagram Reels or TikTok or YouTube Shorts.
Smart.
I will have, and that took me a while to learn. I was like, oh, if I just would tilt that camera. And I do have those mainly from the side. I am the closest subject in there with my special guest off to the side just a little bit so it doesn't make her feel uncomfortable. But
do you ever address that other vertical camera, or do you primarily talk to the first one?
Oh no, but I could. What's up, vertical camera? I don't ever do that. It's just there.
We've probably started using the B-roll more in the last six months.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 months, just as you need different kinds of content for different platforms. I think we've kind of, as you're always learning new stuff, kind of go, oh, I can put this over here, get this, B-roll camera on the side, which has been helpful.
Yeah.
And then I think the other big thing we learned probably a year, maybe 18 months ago, just we needed individual microphones. We used to do just kind of a big, broad.
If we told you where we started,
it's
almost embarrassing.
Not almost. It is grotesquely embarrassing.
It is to the point now
Yes.
where I'm taking some of these older videos off and glamming them up, is what I say. So we actually used a GoPro
When we first started,
which is fine and works for some businesses, but not for.
I mean, we had like
the high resolution that
a little
you need
camera
to be
and a tiny microphone on top, and that was it. I mean, that's where we started.
Well, right. I mean, I think a lot of people go there.
You don't want to spend all the money.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. When, you have to start somewhere, but I do think that a microphone is super key. So are you using like a lavalier microphone that's on your body? Okay.
Yeah.
And then is that going to a separate sound recording device?
We have a lot. So each person gets their own lav, and they have their own pack. That individual microphone really just keeps up their stuff. The only problem is because she does the initial editing, and then I call it like the final mile. Like I make sure all the stuff works. So
the final mile.
Whenever they're
when I've passed out and I'm like, I cannot do one more thing on this video. Goodbye.
But when they're facing the camera, it works fine. But when they get really close and face each other, then there's the reverb. Then there's like each mic is picking up stuff. So you have to pull that out as you're doing the editing process and things. We used to just have one big microphone that caught everyone's sound and the music, and you couldn't.
And also the trains and the cars and the cows and the vacuum and the weed eaters. And it was like,
because every time you start recording, your neighbor starts mowing their lawn.
Oh my gosh. Everybody. Yes.
It's really the planes fly over. You hear everything. You hear the cat fights in the neighborhood, or whatever it is.
It's all the stuff. Yeah.
So with those microphones, are they feeding into the actual camera? Both individual microphones going to the camera? Or are they going to a separate recorder?
They're on their own little card.
Yeah.
I end up putting everything in Adobe Premiere, and I layer every single thing on, and I sync up microphones, audio, video.
Yeah. So we have one boom on top that gets like a general that acts as our just kind of master sound.
It sits on top of my camera.
90% of the time, you can just take and sync all that together so that you've got, 3 different microphones and your audio and your music to the bottom, and then that all syncs up.
Yeah.
And then that's how
I love it.
That's how we have done it.
I'll have y'all send me the gear list, and I'll link it in the
I wish I
description below.
had it right here. I know.
No, you're
That's
good.
great.
You're good. We'll link it in the description below for
Okay.
anyone that's curious what you guys are using.
Okay.
And then, so we got the mics, we got the cameras, and we'll say what cameras y'all are using too.
Mhm.
But then I would be curious as well in terms of the music. Are you actually playing music while working out, or are you just adding that in post-production?
You're so good at asking questions. I was just about to say, let's talk about the music. So I actually play the music. I have done it both ways. I can actually do maybe a slow Pilates or a yoga workout without music, and then I'll come back in and underlay just some slow music. And you'll probably have to speak into the terms of the technology of what we do, but I bring a speaker to which we plug into the speaker, and that transfers over to an audio device. So then our audio device will record the music and record all the background sound and me, and it just helps the overall syncing of when we put it into Premiere.
We have an audio device that records separate tracks.
Big arms.
What that does is it has like a microphone on the front, and it captures the big audio, and it also has a separate XLR input where we get the music. So that way they can hear what they're doing, and she can have some control over that. But then we've actually got like true audio that comes from it. And these are all self-inflicted wounds because we choose to take all of our stuff, and she loves the outside. We travel with it, and it's like a whole circus show, pulling stuff.
And I'm Bluetoothing it all from my phone, not only my music, but my timer, and all of that has to flow into
I am sure that there is a better, more efficient, more creative way to do what we're trying to do.
I'm sure there's someone that wants to help us. I'm just kidding.
No, I think you've figured it out via trial and error. I think that all sounds very professional and is helpful. I like to talk about on this channel how it's really about mastering the setup, and then once you've mastered it, it fades to the background. So it's like, okay, get the set, get the gear, learn how to set it up in one location. Then you have that go-to location to use on repeat that eliminates the tech and the variables. Now, when you're taking it on the road to all these different places, you're going to get better at noticing, oh, shoot, you know what? Like the crickets here are insane, and we need to like maybe not shoot in this location or whatever it is.
Yes. The funniest thing is when we go on vacation, we kind of have designed stuff to be travelable. So we go on vacation, and she spends half her time just running around like a little, excited little person, like, oh, I can film in new spots here. And we got to, take all the gear and plug in. So that's been one of our values, and our community really likes it. Like the women who work out with her love the fact that
thank you for taking me to Seaside today. I needed to see the waves. I needed to see the sun. Thank you for filming at that pool. Where were you? Cancun? And I was like in my neighbor's backyard.
I love it. That's a great way to like kind of mix it up as well, which brings me to the question of batch recording potentially. Are you only doing one video, one workout at a time? Or if you're all set up and everything, do you do 2 or 3 workouts? How does that work?
Mm-hmm. So great question. Heading back to my 2-camera deal, I would say that is a way that I can batch easily. I can get my workout for my video or my website and my app. And then there's also that side camera that is already done. I don't have to do the workout twice. I had that side camera coming in strong. The great thing about posting for Reels and TikTok and YouTube Short is that I will pack up 5 outfits and set up my spot wherever that may be. And you just have to record a snippet of it. Honestly, there's magic there. I mean, I have people go, I can't believe you work out that much. And I was like, that took me 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's not like I just did 100 push-ups. I did 4. I'm doing okay over here. And so I will pack an outfit for what I feel like the workout format needs and hammer those out kind of in one location.
But your batch marketing, that's a batch marketing choice that you're making for stuff. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, right. No, you're answering right. Like that, there's a difference between the stuff that you make batch for marketing versus versus the batch recording for your, our business, like our whole membership community that we have. Like you will film usually just one workout at a time. Occasionally you'll film two 20-minute or two 25-minute. And you can do it that way and break
But
it
that
up. Does
is
that
a
make
good
sense?
distinction, because if you're filming one or two big long workouts, then in addition to that, at the same time, you can film those quick marketing type materials, which does end up making it feel more like a batch and more like efficient with your effort and time and energy.
But I will say honestly, to answer and to answer your question and to kind of ping off what Finley is saying, that does depend on the length of the workout. Because if I'm doing a 10-minute series, we do 10-minute cardio, 10-minute arms, 10-minute legs, 10-minute bar, 10-minute core. And so I can batch those there. But typically my workouts are anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes. And Mom is toast. She's like, that's good for me. That's good for you.
She is pretty hardcore. She has been known to teach a class at the gym and then go film something later in the day. So that has happened, but she's elite in that regard. So
crazy is one of, that's just crazy.
Crazy, elite, depends on how you want to describe it.
How you're designed. That's what I would say.
That's it.
Yes. And your human design. Yes.
I would love to hear how you are approaching the community side of your business.
Yeah, I think community has been a significant part of just what we believe in, what we want to be able to do as far as connecting with people, kind of the heart behind just having a community-based business. And I know community is a big word that is getting thrown around in a lot of circles now. And it really just comes down to people. And I think that's why we even branded it BTribalFit. So taking that tribe idea, like having a group of, in her case, women who were didn't feel as if they had a community to belong to, and we wanted to give that to them. And on Uscreen in particular, they have a community site. It's kind of, it looks like a social feed, which allows Brooke to communicate, allows different users, members who are a part of our kind of tribe community to post their experience. We kind of put it in terms of share your successes and struggles. So we want to cheer you on. We want to pick you up. Whatever.
Very, very positive atmosphere.
Yeah, it's been really great. And not everyone participates, but everyone can see it. It's built into the app. It's built into the site. If someone wants to just kind of go through and get some positive pick me up, like here's, what other women are doing, we wanted to create that space. And that is a place for community to exist. It also, community people can show up in lots of different areas wherever they feel comfortable and invited. So the email list has a community, portion to it where we are able to talk about our lives, what we're learning, and what other people are sharing with us. Social media has some of that too. And we're working on our business right now. We're trying to figure out some kind of the next phase of our business, or even kind of talking about, we've got this basic plan that allows people to access the videos, but we're actually about to offer kind of a premium tier, because we know that is where we can actually serve people even more from a community standpoint and bring in some other experts.
More ways to join as a community, more of me and more of our people together.
Yeah. And a kind of a different type of community experience there that we're working on. But
that actually brings up another point. I think that's an interesting distinction, and then we'll start to wrap up after this. And by the way, y'all, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. And once again, if you're finding value in this video, give us that like. Let's push it out to more people, help more people out. So with those tier levels, right? I think that one of the things that I've seen with Uscreen, and some background for everyone, is that I've even debated using that as a membership within my own business as well. And I think that what's cool about it is that you can either offer, hey, just get this one workout, or hey, you can have a whole membership. There's different ways to kind of go about that. So how are you utilizing that within your business?
I would say with the Uscreen, having the tiers has been so awesome, because currently we have an option for just the workouts. We have an option for food. We have a food plan. And then we have an option to purchase the workouts and the meal plan together. So that's been good.
Is the food plan And
It's funny.
okay. And is the food plan also videos within Uscreen, or is that like a download, or how does
We've
that
made it as a
operate?
download. So we've kind of had two tiers that was kind of a one and a one plus. We've kind of had two tiers. So the mostly primarily what we're creating is the videos and then using Uscreen as a platform to deliver videos and video and downloadables, which has been good. But in this kind of new iteration that we're launching kind of as we speak here, as we're talking, we're going to kind of have two tiers, but have them a little more distinct. The kind of the premium tier has some live options that we're going to be able to kind of use on the Uscreen platform. It's got kind of a different way for us to engage our customers and offer some different ways to kind of connect and communicate with them. And it's our front facing payment gateway. And we use that as the, like, we're going to kind of use Uscreen for some of the ways we engage with people, but also there's some other platforms that we'll have to bring in for some of the, engagement things that we want to do. But Uscreen serves as our front facing payment method for all the stuff that we're doing. And then we'll kind of piece some other stuff together behind the scenes.
Okay, I say we're wrapping up. One other quick question on that. Is Uscreen also the sales page process of it as well? Like, is your site built on the entire thing's built on Uscreen, or
Yeah, we
amazing?
chose. I know some people choose to have their site not based on Uscreen, but where we were in our business and the simplicity of it all, we took advantage of their landing pages, their templates, to be able to host our videos, have our front facing site, be our payment gateway. It integrates directly into our Stripe account, which has been great. And then we're able to kind of work with our customers. And if they have questions, it's great because we can kind of go in, hey, these are people, they need to adjust their subscription. We can apply coupons, like all kinds of stuff. There's some cool marketing things that we've been able to do as well.
Oh, that's amazing to just have one place to do it all. Like,
I will say,
it's crazy how quickly your tech in the online
Oh my
space can
gosh.
just balloon
I
out.
know. It totally does.
I love that. Well, you guys, we could keep talking for hours. I would love to keep picking your brain, and I'm
Totally.
sure the audience would as well. Where can people get a hold of you? Where can they tap into your world if they would like to continue this conversation?
yeah, they can email Brooke at BTribalFit.com. They can also direct message me on Instagram. I would say that's my primary social media right now. So those are the two main.
And you're just at BTribalFit pretty much everywhere at this point right now. So that's where we're on YouTube. That's where we are on Instagram. That's our website name, the letter B, tribalfit.com, if they want to check it out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they have any questions on how to create online fitness or workouts or playlists,
We're available and we love people.
Absolutely love to chat.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so very much for being here. And once again, for anyone watching, please do us a favor, click that like button, drop your comments below. Let us know who you are. And if you've watched all the way until the end, we definitely want to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Because you're our biggest fans, right? So drop that comment below. And if you would like to learn more about how to get started with video, then I will link to several videos on the screen here that you can check out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.